This is Mr. Randal. I got to meet her 2 years ago up in Wood County. We had the most funnest, can I say funnest? We had the most funnest time because she used GPS. You remember that? She used GPS to get there, and GPS lied. So we had a blast talking about that. It was not her fault.
No, it wasn't my fault.
Mr. Randal, y'all.
So you guys, I'm your current vice chair right now, although my opponent likes to call me his vice chair, which that's pretty funny. But anyway, but I got involved in politics whenever I saw Obama, and I saw that people were actually believing everything that he said. So I came up to a woman at church and I said, hey, I want to get involved in politics, and because I knew she was. And so she said, come and do it with me. I'm in Collin County. There's a guy right now that is running for county chair, and he's a Democrat. And I was like, oh, scandal. And so then I went to my first Republican meeting, and it was Raging Elephants, and they were talking about black conservatives and who all was coming in, and they mentioned Fred Moses, that he was running for chair. And I was like, well, you know, he's a Democrat. And everybody turned around at me, and they looked at me, and they go, what did you just say? And I go, nothing. I didn't say anything, and they said, no, what did you say? And I said, well, I said he was a Democrat. And they go, do you know the man? And I go, no, I don't. And they go, well, you really should know the man before you say something like that. And I was like, okay, thanks, bye. And I crawled out to my car, went home, and looked on the computer, and he was an amazing man. He was a deacon at his church. He was a multimillionaire that he had built cables, and he was just this amazing human being. He gave $35,000 to the Republican Party so they could have computers.
Wow.
And so then I felt even worse. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to type an email to all of the people that went to this meeting. And so I wrote them an email and I said, hey, it's me, DRinda Randal. And I just wanted to apologize for saying what I did about this man that I didn't know. I'm asking for your forgiveness. And then I called Fred Moses and I said, hey, Fred, my name is DRinda Randal. And I said this about you at a meeting, and I'm just asking for your forgiveness. And he was like, who is this? And so I repeated myself. And so then I said, you know, you're a great guy. I've read all about you. And if you want, I can make phone calls for you. I'm not going to block walk because it's kind of intimidating. So, and I've never done it, so I'm not going to do that, but I'll make phone calls. Okay. So we hang up, and I thought, never will I hear from that man again. And then he called me the next day and he said, my wife and I were praying about it and we want you to be my campaign manager.
Whoa.
And I'm like, did you hear what I said? What I did? But anyway, so he goes, I want you to pray about it and talk to your husband and your kids. And I was like, okay, but I just want to make sure you heard me say that I know nothing about politics. I think I showed you I know nothing about politics. So anyway, so then I got home and I talked to all three of my boys and my husband. We were at dinner and I said, what do y'all think? And my oldest goes, you know, this is like a huge compliment, Mom, right? And I go, I know. So I told him yes, and he was the underdog. He was not supposed to win, and he won by 65% of the vote.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was it. I was hooked on getting good men and women in office, and that's why we're in politics, because we really want to help good men and women get into politics, to serve, and we want to believe that they are going to do what they say they're going to do, and sometimes we get fooled, and that's okay. But we've got to keep on going. We've got to keep on working hard. And that's what I want to do with the Republican Party. I have a huge plan. It's on ruddertexas.com. I want to do something about our fundraising. We are not doing very well. The thing is that I know we can do better. I ran the Grassroots Club, and I took it from $1,000 a month to $7,500 a month traveling all over the state for $100, for $150. So, but I traveled the state and I asked people to join the Grassroots Club. My car, I had 2 windshields that I had to replace. I had a set of brakes and 2 sets of tires. And a foreign object came flying in New Brunswick and landed on the hood of my car and bounced completely off. So for some reason, this beautiful car that I used to have had this huge dent in the front. And I was like, thank you, Texas. But not that I'm bitter about it, but I did have to get rid of that car because it looked like trash. Is it time? All right. I have to go, but I love talking to you guys.